You snoob, I tube, we all go pew pew. We are live on YouTube.
The tube.
What is up, everybody? Happy Tuesday evening, September 3rd. We are in the burrs. What you think about that?
Tuesday. We're on Tuesday?
Yeah. For the unforeseeable future, you shall see our lovely faces on Tuesday evenings.
Well, at least my lovely face. What?
I don't believe it either, do you?
I'm trying not to laugh.
Shut up.
Me.
I don't feel like driving over there right now. Although apparently I do because you have something for me.
It's epic.
It's probably something to do with wieners.
Always say it, oh yeah.
First thing that popped in my head, it's something to do with wieners.
Oh, I wish I was an Oscar wiener.
Who can smash hot dogs faster? Joey Chestnut or Sean Coletta?
Shit. Definitely not me. I can't believe those guys. How they smashed 60 hot dogs. You gotta be. I don't even understand that. Apparently, there's a Netflix movie, Joey Chestnut and Kobayashi, like the two champions of the world. There's a Netflix special on them now. Actually, I think it might have been a contest.
They did a show off over the weekend, and Joey beat them again.
Did a big surprise.
Smashed 80-some wieners.
It's just insane. I would not want to be.
Swallow before you start talking about smashing wieners.
Joey Chestnut broke your mom's record.
Wow. Wow. In one sitting.
Damn.
Oh, shit. Well, we're done, folks.
That's it.
See you next week.
Canceled again. We didn't even go live yet.
It wasn't my fault this time.
Oh,
good job, babe.
Yeah. I needed that.
At least that wasn't my mouth.
After today's shenanigans, boy, oh boy, we're booking up the rest of the year here. Getting exciting. Waiting for Cindy, the owner of the Ross House, to hop on here. She should be on here in a few minutes, and then we'll hit record. Sit back, relax, hit the share button, share this out for us. Cindy is an amazing individual. She's one of our favorite human beings. She's funny as hell. She tells it like it is, and she has no filter.
Kind of sounds like my best friend.
Hopefully we can get her going, get her off the rails a little bit, and it'll get interesting.
I'll be glad to go off the rails first and set the pace.
Yeah, so, I mean, some of the people coming up, Neil Gibbons, Scotty Rourke, Stephen Dills, possibly Sarah Pauly, Michelle Coyer, Bob Christopher.
Wait, did you say Michelle Coyer?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. October 1st.
Very cool.
Gavin Kelly, Brandon Kramer, The Real Ghost Hunter 1, Tim and
Fun.
Lauren from Photographs. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting lineup finishing out the year. We got a few more dates to fill in, but it should be fun. So you want to tune in every Tuesday. Make sure you get your laugh on. There she is. She's coming on. Oh, she's got it. She is the Ross House. And maybe. We shall see. Hold on. Can you guys smell the fall in the air?
You smell what the rock is cooking.
Or is it just my hopes and dreams burning with the leaves?
The leaves collecting at the bottom of our pool.
Bree is hell bent keeping our pool up till Christmas.
I'm not hell bent on Christmas. I know it's gonna warm back up, and I want to enjoy it like one last week for exercise.
Okay. Am I on? Am I there?
You are
Looking
here.
like $1,000,000.
Wait a
You have
minute.
arrived.
What's that?
You have arrived.
Okay.
We're just sitting back, relaxing. We are live on YouTube in a couple minutes. We'll hit the record button and we'll have some fun.
Okay.
So Cindy,
So,
meet Sean. Sean, Cindy.
well, let me look
Hello.
at Sean.
Oh, you don't want to look too close.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Hi.
Hey. I gotta draw my glasses up so I can actually see.
You probably should have left them off. There ain't nothing to look at here.
Oh, hey, you're a nice looking man. Remember
Oh,
that.
thank you. See, Nick, I told you.
Wow, she did say that with her glasses off.
That is true. That is true.
Cindy, you ready to have some fun tonight?
Well, let's do it. I just hope I don't flub it up.
Oh, you can't possibly do that.
All
Hey.
right.
The more F-bombs, the better.
We like it
with,
spicy.
what was that?
Bree says she likes it spicy.
Okay. That's my girl.
Cindy, how do you pronounce your last name?
Kuhn.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Not con.
No, I didn't think it would be that.
Oh, I get a lot of different shit.
Uh-huh.
What did you think it was?
Kuhn.
Kuhn. Okay.
It was either Kuhn or Kun.
Kuhn.
So
I get
those
Kuhn.
are the two, yeah.
All right.
German. It's German.
I'm ready. Sean, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Cindy, you ready?
I'm about as ready as I'm going to be.
He doesn't know what she just walked into, so
All right.
we've been canceled already, and the show hasn't even started yet. So
And it wasn't my fault.
for once, yeah.
It wasn't my mouth.
Wieners.
Here we go. Hitting the record button.
Okay. I won't talk until you say something or you ask me
Yeah.
a question.
Sean's going to do a little intro. We'll banter back and forth for a couple minutes, and then we'll introduce you, and then we'll have some fun.
Okay.
Here we go.
Welcome back to the Old World Paranormal Podcast. We are at episode 126. Last week we had Zach Wenzel back on for the second time from Blood Moon Paranormal. Learned a little bit more about him and what some of his projects are and what some of his aspirations are for the future. got a big project coming up with Project Limestone. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to that one, go on back. It was uploaded last week, and you'll be able to listen to that incredible interview where we talk about a lot of great things and a lot of funny things, and as we usually do. Yeah. Nick and Bree are fresh off of being over at the Ross house for, I believe it was about 5 days you guys were there. Brand new flooring. And if you are listening to this, Nick will travel. Look up Carboni Flooring LLC on Facebook and get yourself all booked up with an appointment. Head over to the Ross House Facebook page and take a look at what they did while they were over there. It's amazing, as always. Nick and Bree look like they have video has frozen there, unless they're just not moving. Nick, are you live? Oh, I don't know what happened. Anyway, we'll keep going until they figure out. Bree's got her smile frozen in time there. But anyway, don't know what happened. We'll wait for them to come back. Anyway, moving on. But yes,
All
the
right,
floor
you guys,
looks.
come on now. We need you to back off the electric.
Holy crap.
There they are.
In a history of 126 episodes, that has never happened.
That has never happened. That was a first. It was funny because Bree was just frozen in a smile. It was great. But anyway, as I was saying, I was giving you a little shout out there, Nick. We were talking about the Ross house, and I told everybody to go to Carboni Flooring on Facebook to get your floors done. Amazing work. So anyway, what was I was talking about something and I lost track. Anyway, it has been kind of an interesting last couple of days in the paranormal social media verse. I had a big long thing I put on Facebook, and I've noticed that a lot of other people have kind of been posting too. I'm sure that's something we'll dive into in this conversation that we have today with our very special guest from the Ross house. Not just from the Ross house, but the owner of the Ross house in Bel Air, Ohio. I think we could technically call her the Fresh Princess of Bel Air. Yeah, I think we could do that.
She's the Fresh Princess of Bel Air.
Oh my goodness.
And her brother is a very famous rapper named Rick Ross. This is a facts, people. I ain't making it up.
Nothing but facts here on the Old World Paranormal Podcast. So yes, please join me in welcoming Cindy Kuhn, the owner of the Ross House in Bel Air, Ohio. Cindy, thanks for taking the time out to spend a little time with us in Nut Jobs tonight.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at Bree hasn't stopped smiling the whole time. This is like a family reunion for you guys.
That's like my girl right there. Hey, I do got to say something about the Rick Ross, the rapper. I was in Vegas in June, and I was looking out my window. And if anybody knows my brother is the most quietest guy in the world. He does not talk, right? He's very low key, easygoing. And I'm looking out, and on the marquee, I see Rick Ross. So I had to snap a picture of it and send it back to him to tell him I saw him on the marquee. There's a rap. There's awesome. A rapper, but so not Rick, but it was funny. It was funny at the time. Okay, I can't hear anything. Something's wrong.
Why is our connection?
What is the deal here?
All right, come on. All right, seriously, spirits, I need you to back off. I really need you guys to stop.
This is weird.
I know. What's going on?
All right, so let's just get to this before we have more interruptions. So first time I met Cindy was last year in November. We were actually going to the Bel Air house to hang out for a few days with Bump of the Night Society and Kristen Lee and Sean Austin and a bunch of other people. And Jen and Sean's like, have you ever met Cindy, the owner of the Ross House? We were like, no. Well, let's go meet her. I said, okay. So we go down, we introduce ourselves. Cindy's, she's been putting up wallpaper, and we go and sit down, and I'm just quiet. I've never met Cindy before, and she's just very flamboyant, and every other word was the F word, and I'm like, I like this lady. Then she goes on a rant about this dude messaging her, calling her juicy pants, and I'm like, this is amazing. I just met her. This is amazing. She is now my favorite human being.
Oh my God.
But push forward a few months, we ran into Cindy at a Paracon right outside of Pittsburgh, and her and Bree struck up a conversation about doing some renovations in the house. And Bree come over and said something to me, so I went over to Cindy. I said, "Hey, more than willing to help you out. You seem like a really cool person. Got a new location.
It's stuck again.
Stuff like that." So we finally got it scheduled, and what is going on?
The spirits are active tonight, aren't they?
I know who it is.
Who is it?
We got a lot of things done, so we ended up leaving a day early. And he's muted. I don't understand.
I said, and they're back. Did you bring something new into that office recently?
Okay, so I'll just skip to it. So we leave the Ross house after having 4 nights of incredible,
Insane.
paranormal activity. Okay. We get home, we unload. Bree brings her doll, Brielle, up to the office. Okay. She always sits on the table right over here, right below the window. There she is.
I'm holding her this way for a reason.
We wake up Friday morning, or was it Saturday morning?
It was Friday morning.
Friday morning, and we're awake in bed, and we hear a loud thump from upstairs. We just figured it was her son Alex. We go about our day. I go upstairs to the office to get something, and she is literally laying over here in the door, face down. And I'm thinking, I go, Bree. She comes running upstairs, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Look." Now Brielle here is pretty heavy doll. So it wasn't the cats. If it was the dog, she'd be more torn up. But so I'll let you take it from there.
Okay. So I pick her up, and I can feel that there's somebody else in here. Something's off. And when I pick her,
You cut out again.
Think they need to put the
and the
doll out of the
hem
room
is
or something.
supposed to be a.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
It's okay. So to make it quick, I'm gonna have to take her out of
I think she just said that.
the line because when stuff happens within the home, even though I'm a medium, when you're personally involved, I feel like your emotions can throw things off. So I will typically reach out to her or one of my other best friends, Carrie, for help. And so I reached out to Kennedy, and I'm like, I know there's somebody here, but I don't want to figure this out and misread it. Can you help me out? And so she was like, there's a woman. She's really confused. She thought Brielle was her doll. And so she, we figure out how to get this spirit back. And I'm like, and I'm messaging with Cindy, telling Cindy what we need to do and what's going on. And Cindy,
They're gone again.
goes,
I really don't know.
Here, I'm gonna take her out. See if it's her.
This, yeah, I don't really know where.
I need to put.
Something's messing up
Anyway,
with it.
you guys want to talk about spiritual interference? Holy crap!
Mhm.
We back?
Are we back?
Yeah, you're back
Okay.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
What
So
the hell is going
the
on?
hem of her dress is ripped, and it wouldn't be the dog. If the dog got a hold of it, we've got a pit bull. She's got a large mouth. It would have ripped the chiffon on the top layer where it's ripped. Like there would be like teeth marks. And so when I talked to my friend Kennedy and asked her what was going on, she said she saw a lady, and she described the lady that I saw when we did our first investigation on Sunday night. She was really worried about Alfred getting to me. And when I did Estes, I actually cut my Estes session short because I kept feeling hands like gently pulling on my hands, like trying to get me out of the chair. And I kept hearing a female just very lovingly, like she was concerned. She would just say, leave, leave. It wasn't like, get out, leave my house. It was just like she was trying to get me to stop the Estes. And so Kennedy and I both got the name Ethel. You said you're going to do the research on the name because there's a possibility of the connection to the name to the location. Ethel did go, like as you said, you felt, and as soon as you felt, I noticed the change here. So I know she's gone, but she knows you're talking to us tonight. And so there's interference coming because of Brielle. She thinks Brielle's her doll.
Huh. Still?
I that's what I'm getting. Like she's like, I remember you. Like I'm hearing, I know you. I remember you.
Wow.
So I mean, stuff like that happens. I mean, this is spiritual interference at its finest, people. You're getting
Yeah.
opposite right now.
So
Definitely got something.
before I go frozen again, I want to talk about your past and what you did for 40 some odd years, 46 years,
46 years, yes.
and how exciting, we went to dinner and we talked about it in depth a little more and stuff like that. Um, Tell everybody, talk about that a little bit. What you did for 46 years before, you got into this kooky community called the paranormal.
Well, it just kind of blends right in a way. So I worked the casino business. That is pretty much all I did all my life. I was what is called an executive host, and I worked at different casinos. Okay, my last one was the Meadows Casino. That's where I retired from. But what I did was I took care of high end players. Where I would set up their reservations. I would, greet them. I would try to get them to come back in. I'd make them offers. I would travel with them. We would sit in suites at ball games. Whatever they needed, that's what I did. That's what I supplied. I took care of them and tried to keep them loyal to whatever casino that I was working for at the time. And sometimes it could get a little tedious, to say the least. It was all I knew really, and my whole entire career was the casino business, and just getting to know my players, and I had over 250 people that I took care of, which meant these people had my cell phone number and they would call me at any given time um, to set up things and to um, do things for them, their line of credit, whatever they needed, that was me. I had to do it for them.
That's pretty crazy. So,
Mhm.
I mean, are we talking just like your average Joe millionaire
Oh
or
no,
celebrities or?
Average Joe. Well, there's a lot of people around here. You'll hear the term whale, right?
Yeah, yep, yep.
Um, well, a whale is there's a different term. Whale on a local casino is different than a whale in Vegas. Okay,
Okay.
so all right, I'm going to say that I took care of not your big whales like you have in Vegas. These are people that come from other countries with multi-million dollar lines of credits. I took care of business owners, football players, people like that had money and had $100,000 line of credit or a $50,000 line of credit. Um, just that they could just go gamble, and lose it.
Mhm. Okay.
So yeah,
And
but it was interesting. But well,
you
when
worked
I got
for you worked for specific casinos, or was that
Mhm.
just like a universal thing that you did?
No, that I worked for certain casinos. So at one point, year back in the '70s, boy, I'm really going to give away my age here. So in the early '70s, I worked at Wheeling. It was called Wheeling Downs at the time. And then in 1980, I moved to Las Vegas and I
Hmm.
worked at Caesar's Palace. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then I was there for quite a few years. And when I came back here, I came back to what was then called Wheeling Island. I stayed there for 12 more years, and I was an executive host there. But I kept getting calls to come to the Meadows because table games was going to be opening up, and they needed somebody to with little bit of experience. I believe that's why. So
Mhm.
we went back and forth for a little bit of time, maybe 6, 7 months before we finally came to terms on my pay. I'm just not going to up and leave a job, without better
Sure,
money.
sure.
And plus, a host is worth their value and what players they can bring with them. You have every host, executive host, has a portfolio.
Oh,
Okay, and that's their negotiating power. I have this player, and that player doesn't come to your property, blah blah blah. So, you know, so I would bring my players that would go to Wheeling, I call them my big boys, and I would have them come to the Meadows. Yeah.
wow. That,
Hmm.
that
And
that's
that's where
pretty
I
neat.
retired
So,
from. But it was interesting. We did a lot of traveling, a lot of yes, there was a lot to it.
yeah, so like your portfolio probably had like I would assume like here's a dollar amount that I can bring the casino, so you negotiate your pay off of probably the value
Absolutely.
of your portfolio. That's
Absolutely.
pretty neat. Now
Yeah.
is that still a uh like a casino position? Like is this happening currently in casinos all across the
Oh,
country
absolutely.
or?
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. If you got a smart host, they're going to negotiate, you know. Um, but they also have to realize when they're going like some of these local places and you're just hopping around that particular player that, was one of your big boys could also be hosted at another location
Hmm.
too. So you have
Sure.
to really have a good list and be able to really, negotiate.
Right, right.
Yeah, it was fun, but it could get to you too. I mean, there's lots of things that could happen when you got players out of town. So
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure the
yeah.
dark side of that, there's probably a whole big dark side to that entire world.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
so
just
how
like
do
the
you,
paranormal.
oh, I didn't even know Nick was back. So, I mean, how do you even get involved in something like that? What even brought you into that area of work?
Oh my goodness. So back in I think it was 1972, I believe, I was a bank teller. Okay. And I think I was making maybe $5 an hour, right?
Okay.
And they were hiring part time over at the track, to count money in the money room. And I thought to add a little bit of funds to my money, I would just take that and I would work that for, on weekends at nighttime. It didn't interfere with my banking job. But that lasted maybe 4 months. And then I kept getting promoted. And then I would just take on other jobs and then all of a sudden I was running the money room, and I mean it just snowballed, and then I became a host, and then I became an executive host. It just kept snowballing, and then I left the bank way long ago. Yeah,
Okay.
it got to where
So I
was
have
full
one
time.
question about this, because this was obviously a long time career for you.
Right.
And these people that I'm going to ask about here, I mean, they died. Most of them died in the 90s. Did you meet any of the Rat Pack? Sinatra, Sammy Davis? Did you meet any of those guys?
Oh my gosh. So, the stands back in the day, right? The Rat Pack would be there and everything. And one day I was working at Caesar's Palace, and you'll get a kick out of this one. I think I see Dean Martin, and I'm just frozen. I'm just frozen, right? Because he's from Steubenville, right? So, not that far from us. And I wanted to get close to see him, but it was just too many people around. So I did not get to meet him, but I got to meet a lot of different people. Most people never heard of Red Skeleton.
Red Skelton, yeah.
Okay. Well, Red Skeleton would come into Caesar's Palace. He would sit at the counter, and him and I would sit and we would eat green bean almudine. True story. But we saw Jamie Farr, Tom Selleck. There was just so many. Whoopi Goldberg, Michael Douglas. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Seen and
That's
met a
pretty
lot
cool.
of them. Yeah.
That'd probably
on
be
them.
my favorite perk, getting to see all those different people. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
She knows more
interesting.
famous. She's been in touch with more famous people than I think both of us combined.
And
I'm
Margaret.
sure.
And Margaret.
People,
I loved Anne Margaret. Dolly Parton.
And Margaret, one of my favorite actresses in a lot of Elvis movies back in the day. My mom was a big Elvis Presley fan, so yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So after doing all that, I mean, God, that seems like just an exciting career.
Mm-hmm.
How do you go from hobnobbing with celebrities and hanging out with millionaires in a casino to being involved in the paranormal? That's quite a
jump.
Yeah,
Well,
that's like a 360-degree spin there.
Well,
Sean, hold on before we go forward. Before I go frozen again.
Okay. You're good so far. And as I say that,
there he goes.
There he goes again.
Yeah, it's crazy. So do I answer or wait on him?
Oh, he's back.
He's back. Okay.
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah.
And he's gone. Anyway, so we'll just continue, and we'll get back to that. And unfortunately, we got to move on. So yeah, as I was saying, so that's quite a jump and a 360 on anything else. What started your involvement in the paranormal?
So, as you get older, you think, you got to have some sort of thing, like a little side type job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a girlfriend of mine, we went to an escape room, and we had such a good time. And her and I got along. She was actually my player at the time, and then we became friends. And we started talking and talking. And I says, Karen, we could do this. She's got the business mind, and I was more of the creative type person. So we decided where the house is now, I had talked my dad into letting us use it for an escape room. And that's what happened. So we got busy. We started opening up different rooms and everything. But then when that happened, I also found out that the house was active. And there was a lot of things that just kept happening over and over. And I knew nothing really about paranormal. Still don't know a lot. But I had to, when my nephew was getting scared, I decided I needed to call for help. And my brother had told me about Kristen Lee down the street with the Belair house. So I called her, and she was very kind. And she came and brought a team up with her. We lined it all up, and they came out and started to explain things, and maybe try to help me understand more about the paranormal. Escape Zone was there for 6 years until it got moved to Cambridge, Ohio, and from there, the house just slowly revolved into investigations. People were starting to come in after the games were done, but now it's just full-time investigations.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's actually how I kind of fell into it.
Okay. Nick, you were going to ask something before you.
Okay, so I think we're good now because thank God for a jetpack. Anyway, so we're at dinner and we're talking about 50 million different things. This statement right here will tell you how good Cindy was at her job.
Oh,
I said Cindy, so she would put on, she would host, get all these players together, set up the trip, the whole 9 yards. Now, she works for a casino, so the casino wants to make money. Duh. I said, Cindy, how many times in 46 years did you not hit your goal on your trips? Do you remember what you said to me, Cindy?
no.
She said about 20.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
20 out of all those years.
Yeah.
To me, that's incredible.
Yeah. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. You'd have, $1 million, $3 million goals. And I'm not talking money. I'm talking Theos. We went on what was called a Theo. So yeah, it was, it was not easy. But that's about right. Yeah, I'm going to say about 20. Every 3 months we had a goal. Every 3 months.
The house always wins, Sean.
The house always wins. That's
Always
right.
wins.
Yeah, if you're going to do anything, play poker.
They'll keep you coming back.
That was my job. That was my job.
So I know you already got into the reason you got the Ross house and the escape zone and all that stuff. Let's just before I lose signal again, because I'm telling you, 126 episodes, Cindy, you are the magic ticket. You're the only one that's been able to boot me off this podcast.
Well, literally, we can hear you and see you, but you guys are not moving. But that's funny. Anyway.
Am I smiling?
You are now, and like this, you're going like this.
So,
strike a pose.
About the paranormal activity of being there, it's intense. It's a true haunting. There's layers and layers and layers of stuff just in the Ross house. It itself, not even including her brother's shop next door, which is a furniture and antique store. I was shocked. I was floored on the activity. Them not letting us sleep, constantly being poked and touched and pulled on while we're sleeping. And it was crazy, I mean, during the day, it was maybe it's because we were, I was preoccupied with working and trying to, I had a lot of tasks in my head that I wanted to get done in X amount of time for Cindy. So I didn't really pay attention to that stuff. But man, as soon as we were done, You know, we made sure we live streamed every night for Cindy to show everybody that, you know, the house, the renovation going on, the activity there, and it did not disappoint. I mean, some of the Estes sessions we did live on TikTok, holy crap, the relevance that was coming through. Um, the interaction with the equipment, you know, to we left our rigs running while we were sleeping, and some of the stuff that happened during the night while we were sleeping, it was just intense. And then what really filled our hearts with joy was that group that came in after we left.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And I saw the picture of the dry erase board and everything that was going on. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
you know, super excited for you, you know.
Oh my gosh, it's been crazy. It's just been crazy how much these people are filling up those boards, you know. And two, these are seasoned investigators. They know what they're doing. You know, like some of them, there was one that used an SLS camera, and they know the difference between you know, something getting mapped out and a true, you know, spirit being there. You know, these people know what they're doing. It's just been crazy. I don't know what else to say. This one lady told me, she says, you know what, if you had another board, I probably would have filled that up too.
Holy crap.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I
and just
tried to, like, when I wrote our stuff down, I tried to keep it short and sweet with what I
mhm.
wrote. And I think I even missed writing Wednesday down. I didn't write down what happened during our investigations
Well,
that much.
I think you guys were a little busy and tired at the end, you know? But what I want to do is, you know, we went through, and we did a video on my phone, and this video had Bree and Nick saying exactly everything they did at my house. Um, and to anybody who could be is watching right now, or if there's any business owners that are watching right now, I want to tell you this: have them come out, okay? Have them come out because um, when sometimes you need another set of eyes to see what you're missing. And when Bree come in, well, I'm going to get to Nick in a minute. But when Bree came in, I had myself a coffee area for people. But Bree thinks of all the little things and how to organize and how to uh, make it look nicer. It flows better. She thought of the fact that, and she recognized, I should say, the fact that my house needed to have a like a time error, right? And I thought the 40s because that's when the Getros has actually purchased a house. So Bree went through the furniture store and was picking out things, and it's, you know, so she's created a flow and a lot of organization, and a lot of cleaning. I mean, it just so many things. And not only that, in my purse, and I'm carrying this around, is a list of things that I still need to do, and I will do them. I am so appreciative of everything that they've done because how can I put it? They didn't know me, right? They don't know me,
Not really.
you know, and it was shocking to see that quick yes when I asked Nick about my flooring because um, I when I opened up this house, I thought I'm going to try to keep my pricing fair. Um, you know, I'm not this big place. I'm just this, you know, this little house that has a lot of ghosts that like to chat, right? Or spirits. and and I just want everybody to have fun there, but I also like to keep it up. So it took a while for me to save money to be able to afford flooring. However, I kept wanting so badly to get it started, but I needed somebody to do, you know, to do the flooring. And the estimates I was getting was it would have took a long time before I could afford it. because there was a wall that had to come down. So between Bree doing everything, and she's this big ball of energy that is organizing, buying, and writing, and thinking and thinking and thinking, and I got this old goddamn brain, right? And then Nick is the doer on the floor. He's taking down walls, he's picking up flooring, he's laying flooring, and he's doing it to make this room, not just one room, ended up being 3 rooms, beautiful.
Mhm.
But not only that, you got to understand, I was the staple queen, okay? In escape room, I had staples everywhere, holding this up, holding that up, They work so hard for somebody who they didn't really know that well at all, really. I felt as if I made a friend, and I saw 2 big hearts, okay? 2 people that were so loving and so giving to want to help people, but they deserve so much. So I don't, anytime I could do something for them, I would do it in a heartbeat. That is what more people should be doing. Supporting each other, raising each other up instead of tearing each other down. I just wanted to say that.
Our mindset, only meeting you a couple times, I knew you were a wonderful individual. And, the conversations we've had, and what really struck me was, on the phone, we were talking about different things you could do, raise the price here, lower the price here. And you're like, I'm comfortable with my price. I don't want to gouge my price. And to me, that was like, you're in it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So I want to give everything I can do to help you so you keep this place open for the paranormal community.
Mhm.
I had no idea for sure if the Ross house was haunted or not. I've never
Right.
investigated.
Right. You were only there
I'm
for a
going
short
off
period
of
of time that one time.
right.
Yeah.
And it literally floored me. And there was a couple nights, both Bree and I, we were on edge. You're talking about very seasoned investigators that go into
Mhm.
some creepy ass shit. We don't even blink an eye, and we're both laying in bed like we ain't comfortable. Like I'm telling you, people. So
Yeah.
I won't lie. I went to the bathroom, like around, it was 3:32, because I looked at my phone when I got back to the bedroom. And, so witching hour. And I ran back from the upstairs bedroom to the bathroom to the bedroom we were staying in. And I'm like, babe, 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 babe. And as soon as I get into bed, all the equipment stops. Like the equipment was going off. Now, some of it we were able to debunk later. But it was like the feel, like you could feel this. And it's not like, just so everybody knows, there's nothing negative that's going to hurt you at the Ross house. There are a couple pissed off spirits because of how they died. They did, one of them showed me the prelude leading up to his death. I did not experience that though, and thank God. But so they are kind of pissed off, and you got to realize if somebody's an asshole in life and they die, guess what? They're probably still an asshole. So it doesn't mean that it's negative or it's bad. It just means that you got somebody that's not happy and they need to communicate, and that's what we're supposed to do, is try to communicate and see if is there a way we can help you. Because some of them just need some help, in all honesty. But you could feel this spirit, and it came out of the room that was the off the hallway that branches off, not the chinchilla room, that was the Western Saloon. Like it was right there at the end of that hall, and it felt so oppressive. And I kept hearing, a man, you're in my space. Who are you? And it wasn't a voice I had heard before, hadn't encountered. It was like, seriously, every night was a new cast of characters. We had new spirits coming in and going out, and we couldn't keep track. One night during Estes, I think we got 15 in total that they said at that point that was in the house. But I woke him up and I'm like, I stay. I'm like, I'm embarrassed to say this, and I'm whispering, and he's like, "What?" And he's got his CPAP on, and I'm like, I don't want to talk loud because they'll hear me. He's like, "What?" Like, I will come up out of a dead sleep, people, okay? And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "I stay in locations by myself, and I'm scared."
So another aspect to this, guys, is look, we're both fluffy people. Even if I wasn't fluffy, I will sleep with the fan on if it's minus 30 degrees out.
Oh, we both, yeah, we gotta
Okay.
have the fan on.
So we have the box fan across the way. We have Cindy's air conditioning unit turned down to 68. Like, and when she wakes me up, I'm sweating so bad. I get up. I thought I pissed myself because the spirits, if you have a box fan, try it out. Have somebody walk in front of it and then walk and come out. You can hear the muffled sound that's different. And what it was is something was literally just standing blocking the air, like, haha, y'all ain't gonna sleep good tonight. We'll block your air.
Well, yeah, because even when I went to the bathroom, like my shirt was like, I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm like doing this, like pulling my shirt up off my chest because it's sticking. And it was like that ucky stick where you're like, I feel like I need to take a shower. I just took a shower. Why am I? This is nasty. And then he's like telling me when I get into bed after we discuss like why I'm scared. And like I'm like, hey, maybe I'm not scared. I am kind of scared. I'm more unnerved. Like this thing is just there. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so sweaty. And I'm like, yeah, my shirt's sticking to me. This is disgusting. And then we realize we can't feel any of the air. And I'm like mind blown by this because we know that spirits can mess with our electronic devices. We're experiencing that firsthand tonight. So it's actually kind of relevant to what we're talking about right now. But then to actually
Block the air.
experience something you can't see block air, like you feel cold air, you'll feel hot air at times, from when different spirits come and go. But to not feel air at all, like they're physically blocking an AC unit and a box fan that's on high, like that blew my mind. Like I'm still trying to figure the concept, like how is this possible? Like that was something new I've never experienced ever before. And I think
This, we were on well, we did a podcast with Zach Wenzel Monday night. And then Wednesday night we had another podcast with it's not out yet. It was a pre-recorded one. It'll come out in October with Neil, was it Gibbons and Scotty Rourke?
Yeah.
And we talked about the Ross house for like the whole hour.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just telling them about it, and I'm literally, we will stand on this. We compare this house haunting wise to like the Monroe house.
Oh yeah.
To like inside Hinsdale, not outside Hinsdale. That's something totally different. Wildwood to Whispers Estate to guys. This one is a true haunting. Like layers and layers and layers of different things. It makes you think. It makes you work as an investigator, and it will give it to you. I mean, you will get that activity. I do suggest that you stay multiple nights if you can. Definitely one. Again, Cindy, you've made this so affordable for people. I mean, it's hard to pass it up, and not only Cindy, but her brother Rick. Oh my God, nicest dude in the world.
Oh,
nicest.
He's a sweetheart.
And if you get with Cindy and you have a larger group, which I don't suggest a large group at the Ross house, but if you get a larger group, you can go investigate the store next door. They'll make it work out.
Yeah. And what people don't realize is because some people will just do the house, they see the front of the store. That store is over 7,500 square foot. Mm-hmm. Okay. And actually more with the basement. Yeah.
Basement, that's a little creepy.
Yeah. So it's massive. It is massive. That store. We got
I
wings
like my
going
creepy
this way,
basements.
that way, and yeah. And what we do at the store is we buy out estates. So if somebody passes away, we get the call, to purchase their furniture and bring that in. Well, there's a door that connects us between the store and the Ross house. So the spirits do go back and forth.
Oh, they do. I can't tell you how many times, like day, night, it didn't matter what time of day it was.
Oh, yeah.
You would hear banging coming from that door, and nobody would be in the shop, or no, everybody that was in the shop would be downstairs by the cash register, nowhere near the upstairs door. And it would sound like something was banging or throwing stuff at the door, trying to get in.
Yeah, we were setting up equipment in that upstairs hallway for our TikTok live when we were going to bed. And so this was probably
2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And something knocked on the door going into the store, but on the store side.
Yeah.
Not our side, store side.
Like,
wow.
Knocked on the door.
It's like, okay.
Hi.
Maybe the spirits like antiquing too.
Yeah.
Well, there are pieces of furniture, I will tell you, that have residual energy in the store, and there are pieces that have that do have spirit with them. Actual talkative. There was a guy with a writer's table, and he kept calling the table she. Isn't she a beaut? And he would like run his hands over it. Then there was like the old makeup table for a girl with the little like cushion, and she was spicy. She was sassy. She's like, "You think you're good enough for my table?" I was like, "Who the hell is this woman?" Like, whoa.
I'm just glad that my truck was fully loaded of tools, paranormal equipment, suitcases, box fans, because if not, I'd be bringing home a lot of furniture. Now, the next trip we go to Bel Air, I might be bringing a trailer.
Oh, we will be bringing a trailer.
So,
And they're probably going to put me in the back with no food and water for the whole trip.
Going in the trailer.
Sean, I want you to come with us to the Ross house.
I want to go.
And me and Bree will sleep downstairs on the couch, and we'll put you upstairs by yourself.
In the chinchilla room.
And
let's do it.
Let's see what happens.
There's some stuff going on in that chinchilla room.
That hallway.
The static box actually spun around in the middle of the night, and we had, out of 13 pieces of equipment running that night, it was the first night we put one of our rigs facing into the chinchilla room. Out of 13 pieces of equipment, all but 4 had their batteries completely wiped. And they were all brand new when we started the night too. And then we had the 12-foot tripwire completely blow out to red.
Yeah. It's just, I'm glad, my heart is full that we came down to help you. And you say, you were like, well, I just, repay you guys. I just keep the place open, Cindy. That's all I hope for.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and we talked a lot about, the comparison between your house and Kristen's house. Mm-hmm. It's 2 different things. Yeah, right. It's in the same town, couple blocks down from each other, but it's night and day.
Oh, yeah.
Cindy, you really got something very unique there. And yeah,
and we'll be back to help again.
Keep it open as long as you can.
Oh, I will. And I've said this so many times, my whole, I will keep that open as long as people are having fun. I got to pay my bills, right? But as long as people are enjoying themselves, and I also believe that that places don't have to look trashy. To have spirits in them. And so I like to keep the place up. I like to keep the place clean. And I love everything that has just happened in the house now with the 40s coming to life there. Actually, I was up there today and I was finishing up the wallpapering in the one room, and I was hanging up some pictures, and it's really coming together nice. Real nice.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You have to send us a picture when all the wallpaper's done and the pictures are up.
I will.
Okay, people in the chat are crap. internet connection is unstable. Spirits, you be nice right now. Thank
Oh, I
you.
know. Yeah.
Okay, so people in the chat, we've got 3 questions. I want to ask you. Okay, they want to know how they sign up. I can go at. Is it okay if I go ahead and put your cell phone number in the chat for them
Oh,
to
it's
do that?
easiest that way. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Anybody who wants to come, instead of going onto the website, and by the way, my website is going to be updated because I had some issues with it, right? So all they got to do is text me. Okay. And I'll get right back to them and just give me the date. I'll let them know what dates and with the pricing, and I'll throw them 1,000,001 photos. So yeah, my cell phone number, yeah, that's fine. 740-232-4544. Yeah, text
And
me and I'll get back to you.
if you guys tell her I'm using code Team Brick, you guys get $25 off of your booking as well.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just, make sure you tell me right up front, and that's what I'll do. Okay. I will take that 25 off right at the start.
The next question is, what are the prices?
So it's the prices are this. During the week, it's $200 for an overnight investigation. You can check in as early as 5 o'clock, and checkout is 9 o'clock in the morning. So you have the entire night. There's bedding. Now that 200 for a weekday is for up to 5 investigators. And I will be honest, I would not go more than 5 or 6 if you're just doing the house, because the house responds better when it's not crowded. On a weekend night, it's 300 up to 5 investigators. If you got more, it's $50 more. If you got a big group, then we add the store, so that you're more spread out.
What's the price to add the store for the night?
200 more.
200.
So you can
200 more for 7,500 square feet of antique furnitures from estates.
Yep.
Sign
Just
me
200.
up. Holy crap.
Yeah, just 200, but you can't sleep in the store,
No.
So it's an operating store. But yeah, that's all we're charging at the store right now.
Guys, it's worth it. We didn't get a chance to investigate the store. We went toured it. We went over a couple times to get furniture, stuff like that. Yeah, it's definitely 100% worth it. 100% worth it, guys.
Oh yeah.
And they need to check out my Facebook page, because what I do is I post. They actually do the posting. Anybody that comes in, they start with a blank dry erase board. Whatever they catch, they post. And I tell everybody, if you didn't catch anything, just put down there, it was a quiet night. Whatever you post, that's what I post on Facebook. And every once in a while, I'll get, it was a quiet night. But lately, wow, I need more boards, right? So, I mean, craziness, just craziness. I do got a funny one. When I walked in today, the first thing I said was, I'm here to wallpaper. If you, save all your energy for the investigators for the weekend, that's what I said when I walked in the house today.
Okay, now, one thing I want to address, it's funny. I believe I told you that I was hearing Portal, and somebody in the chat, Chuck, and I might butcher your last name, I apologize. It's DERR, Deer. He actually put in the chat Portal for the Ross House. So that's really cool validation for me. But we are getting the question, has the activity, would you say, picked up since the renovations have taken place of what's been done so far?
Oh my gosh, yes. Wow, yes. I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, people, yes, it has a lot. and people are seeing full blown apparitions. I mean, multiple ones, not on
Mhm.
the SLS camera, just seeing them.
Yeah.
It has.
We had crawlers when we were there, and people were watching them on the live on TikTok with us. Like, I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, something is crawling on the floor. And after that, people started spotting the crawlers left and right.
There was a crawler. There's a crawler in the store. I do know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This
think I might
one,
have showed you guys that photo. If not, I'll
wait,
send it to you.
I think we did see it. I'm not sure, but yeah, we were sitting. It was when we had the flooring done in the first two rooms, and we had the couches back in, but the kitchen wasn't done yet. And that's when I saw the crawler, and I was looking at the doorway going into the front hall, and it was like crawling back and forth. Like it was going up and down the hallway. Like it would peek in the room, and then like when I'd see it, it would like dart backwards.
Ugh.
It was the craziest thing when I first saw it. I was like, what in the hell is on the floor?
Ugh, I'm glad I didn't see that.
So guys, yeah, I mean, just think about it, guys. Amazing owner. Her brother's amazing. Amazing location. Very interesting town, guys. I mean, her house, the highways in front of it, another 300 yards or so is the Ohio River. This was an old coal mining town. Before that, you have a lot of Native American history. It's just a lot of rich history. A lot of things have happened. What is it? The flood of tears.
The flood of tears.
Flood of tears. Yeah, when they were down here, there's been so much tragedy that I wanted to take them past a couple things before we went and had a little lunch before they were on their way. So we went down through Shady Side. Number one, I wanted to show them where the coal mine, what's left of the coal mine where Alfred passed away. But I wanted them to see the monument for the flood of tears where a lot of people lost their lives back in 1990. I mean, it wiped out houses. So their trailers were floating down the river. It made national news. Yeah. Look up Flood of Tears, 1990, Shadyside, Ohio.
Yeah, I mean, it's intense. Just, I mean, you go to that monument and you take a look at it. It's just, man, the tragedies, the coal mining tragedies,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You got to think about the Ohio River, too. How many, of the old steamboats. And when I was doing Estes, I kept having ship-related things come through, like the bleeps from radars, like they have on boats, like that kept coming through on the Estes.
So we had an interesting thing, and we have some clips done, Cindy, and we'll send it to you in Messenger if you want to share them on your Facebook page. Sure. But one of them, at this time she's under the Estes method. I'm watching both cell phones, both TikToks. Okay, people are asking questions, and I'm whispering them, and she's answering them, and she kept talking about outsiders and talking about Alfred being pissed. And I'm like, why are you so mad?
Yeah.
And she goes, outsiders.
Outsiders.
And earlier I asked something about how many spirits are normally in the house, and she got a reply of 5. Okay. So it dawned on me, and somebody said in the chat, well, maybe they're pissed because of the outsiders being in the house, the extra 10, 12 people. And I said, it's your house, kick them out if you don't want them in. And like within the next 20, 30 seconds, I mean, she's under, she goes, I just heard a door slam. And she's like looking like this, even though she had her blindfold on.
I can't see. I've got the blindfold on, but I'm so confused because it was like somebody slammed a door right next to me.
And it dawned, somebody in the chat goes, oh my God, he just slammed the door on those outsiders. He pushed them out. I was like, get the fuck out.
Well, that was the night I started with dowsing rods before I went into Estes. And with the dowsing rods, I asked, and it was funny because I was like, spirits, do you want me to use my dowsing rods? And we had the epic box out, and the epic, every time I said dowsing rods, it was yes, 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 yes. Like they were getting irritated that I was like, and it was like the longer it took, the more yeses got added to when I would say dowsing rods. And I ended up asking at one point how many spirits. I said, I got a number in my head, and I'm curious is if this is correct. Is there 15 spirits? And I don't even get to finish the sentence, and the dowsing rods just do hard yes. And it was like they were showing themselves to me. Like there was a teenager that had been brutally for sake of YouTube, I'll say in all the platforms, I'll say unalived. And I was able to see it, and I'm asking the questions with the dowsing rods, and I'm like, I see this. Is this correct? Yes. And it go back straight. I see this. Is this correct? Yes. And like the epic is saying yes in time, like validating everything. And but then on top of it, it's like the trip wires were going off. We'd have a REM pod go off. It was like all the equipment started going off, like validating everything with the dowsing rods. And then it was like hearing later, like how those 15 played in to being, you know, like 10 of them possibly being potential outsiders, and Alfred stepping in, like, get the hell out of my house. Because he does view the Ross house as his house now. So that was real interesting. And then they're highly intelligent. Another clip we have, like I was watching the playback, and a spirit comes through. She's doing Estes. And somebody goes, really? How? And then somebody else goes, can she see? And then they're like, there's live audience right now on the phone. Hi, everyone. And, you know, like they're like acknowledging the TikTok live. They're acknowledging, somebody else goes, she's in an Estes right now. Like they knew exactly what I was doing. Like it was so
Crazy.
spot on, intelligent to what I was doing, and the fact that we had two phones running live for other people to see.
Well, Sean's got to go pick up his kid from whatever high school event. So what we're going to do is, before we get any more interruptions, we ask 3 questions to every guest that comes on our show. So we're going to ask you these 3 questions, and then we'll let you go. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Tell all our listeners something interesting or a weird fact about yourself that most people wouldn't know.
Interesting or weird fact? I like odd people. I like that sounds so odd. That sounds weird. I like people that are have a story. Somebody who is willing to just say just odd things. I get the biggest kick out of stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a grandma. I don't have thoughts. So what was the question again? I already got off track.
It was just an interesting or weird fact about yourself.
An interesting fact about myself. Okay. Well, I think that I could tell you what people tell me. Okay. I could, they say I could be in a room with a millionaire. I could be in a room with somebody who doesn't have a dollar. And I am comfortable with either. Okay. But I tend to want to combine the two and get the two talking. And I have done that and been like that all my life, where I'll engage with both. And if, in like at a restaurant, but I tend to want to get those people talking. I don't know why, but I do. That's me. Yeah. And I enjoy hearing people's stories and getting into but some people don't want to tell their story, the truthful story. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The truth. And I like to know deep conversations and the real thing so that I can know who they really are. That's me. And a lot of people don't like that. They like to like a fair weather friend, where I really like to dive deep sometimes, most of the time. Yeah.
Well, you actually genuinely care, and most
Yeah.
people don't give a shit about other people.
I do. I do care about people. You know, sometimes they might not like what I have to say, but I'm always honest, and it's always done with good intention.
Another amazing quality about you, Cindy. All right, so next question is typically, and I know you haven't investigated a lot,
No.
but the typical question is, what would be your go-to snack or drink during your investigation? So I'm going to twist it,
Okay.
okay? Because I know you went to Vegas during the summer, then you did you went to Greece.
Uh-huh.
What is your go-to drink and snack while you're traveling?
When I'm traveling, well, you're going to be very disappointed. I am big, big, big on water. Okay. I am I enjoy a good cold Bud Light if I'm with my homies, right? If I'm sitting there with people that I've known, we're just chilling. It's nothing better than a good Bud Light. If I had to, a good nice red wine is always nice. Sweet. I don't like dry. But I am really a massive water drinker. And I'm
That's
not
good.
kidding. Yeah, I drink a lot of water. But
Any
Bud Light,
particular like a healthy snack or chips or
oh my God,
anything,
no. You
pretzels?
kidding me? I wouldn't be this fat. Oh, so, there's nothing wrong with a good chocolate chip cookies, right?
Right.
Just homemade chocolate chip cookies. Nothing better. Or ice cream. Oh my God, did I eat a lot of ice cream when I was out? Um, yeah, I like, good some ice cream. Yeah,
Can
that's
you
my
bake some
go-to.
can you
Hmm?
bake some good chocolate chip cookies?
I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I make good chocolate chip cookies.
All right, we'll
But
have to put you to
that's what
the
I like,
Next
chocolate
time we
chip
come
ice
out.
cream. Yeah, I'll make you some chocolate chip cookies. Absolutely.
deal.
Yeah.
We're gonna be running around all jacked up on a sugar high, and everybody's gonna be like,
Oh
"You
my gosh.
okay? We had chocolate chip cookies. We're
Oh
great."
yeah. Yeah.
Our
But
thighs are gonna be yelling at
when
us
I was
tomorrow when we put our pants on, but it's great right now.
when we were in Greece, okay, like we had we tried their beer, we tried their their different drinks and everything, and I kept going back to the water, right? And I would never touch their coffee. No.
Really?
So, oh no. Oh my gosh, no. Their coffee was thick, thick, thick.
It's
Um,
yeah, it's how they do it with the grounds and the bot. Like when I lived in
mhm,
Europe, they would do that too, like in
yeah.
Germany, and I would be like,
I like a little jump, but I don't want my heart to jump out of my chest, right?
well, then like I didn't realize you're only supposed to drink it down to a certain level because the ground's on the bottom, and I go to like
Yeah,
just finish, and I'm like mouthful. I'm like,
that was horrible. Just
oh, I
horrible.
had a pure
Yeah,
American moment. Everybody loved it except for like the waitress was very irritated
yeah.
because I ruined the coffee experience.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So our third question is typically you have one night, one investigation. You can only take 3 items to investigate with. So I
Okay.
would say this. You've been around a lot of paranormal investigators, to famous
Hmm.
people to their first time investigating. You've seen a lot of equipment. What's your 3 favorites so far?
The Ovilus, tripwire, um, and a recorder. Yeah. I think that would be my three. Yeah, a recorder. Yeah, the obvious. REM pod maybe. Yeah, but that tripwire, wow. Cat ball, definitely. Yeah, cat ball. Yeah, cat ball, tripwire, Ovilus.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
People got a lot of equipment. They got a lot of money sunk into that stuff.
Oh yeah, it ain't cheap. The cat balls are
No.
cheap, but
Yeah.
Hey, stop messing with the internet. Back off.
so there's a documentary that is it out yet or is it coming out that you're on?
Oh my gosh, I look like a damn fool in that thing. There is. Now somehow Kristen is having a viewing at her place on the 6th. And I don't know because it's on in Canada. It's on T&E. It's called My Haunted Hometown. And I saw the preview and where I'm talking, and I could not have. I mean, sometimes I think these people make sure they got the worst angle on you. And thank you, Bree, for a good picture of me on it.
Oh,
But I mean, I look ragged, right? So it is. It's coming out, but it's coming out in Canada, and somehow she's got it, and she's having a little viewing party at her place. But I don't know when it'll be here in the States, but if you can pull up T&E, you'll be able to watch it. T&E, My Haunted Hometown. Yeah, and it'll feature in that episode. It'll feature my place a little bit. I don't know how they did the cutting of it. The store and Kristen's place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a different, really odd experience. I am not made for TV. Well, we'll see
Definitely
how it
got your
goes.
experience of network TV, huh?
I think, yeah, I think I've had enough. I've had enough. You know, you live and you learn, but I don't think that type of thing is for me.
Yeah.
I think I like to keep it where keep it real. You know, keep it real, keep it where I'm going there and I'm meeting the people that are coming in my house. I just I'm happy with how I have it going right now.
Which there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. You
No,
keep doing
no,
you. You keep kicking
yeah.
butt. And if you
And you
guys
got
want
to
to
be
be on,
happy, right? You have to be happy. You know, I'm not
yes,
saying that I'll never change on that opinion. We all change as time goes on, but right now I'm happy where it is. But
that's
we'll see
good.
how this episode plays out. You know, see how bad I look.
And if you want to keep on,
oh,
if you want to keep on Cindy's good side when you see her, bring her some ice cream, a chocolate chip cake, or an ice cold Bud Light,
Bud
and
Light, man.
she'll kick back and tell you some wonderful stories about her traveling around.
Oh my
You know,
God, some of the stories. Yeah, uh, we could have sat there forever and talked. You know, we broke
oh
bread,
yeah.
man. Yeah, we
it
broke
was
bread
it's
together.
it was awesome just sitting outside the Ohio River. It was a nice breeze, and
Yeah,
I tell you what, that first drink of that Bud Light, it hit just right,
good.
and I was like, this could be bad.
I could tell by the look on his face. I was like, we might actually be here tonight.
Oh,
We
but it
might
was
be having
good. It
to
was
unpack the
cold, you
suitcases.
know. Yeah, it was nice. I really enjoyed that. It
We
had been
did
a while
too.
since I was there.
And they have some great food.
Yeah, it was
Oh
really
my
good.
That
gosh, yes,
the
that whole
cheddar
salad went
bacon
back with
bite
me.
or broccoli bites. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
those are deadly.
So, guys, put it on your list. Guys, Ross House, you won't be disappointed. Again, you go into a place one night, you got a 50-50 chance of getting interaction. I think if, you're more apt if you know what you're doing, seasoned vet, you're going to understand it. But if you can stay 2 nights,
Oh yeah.
or stay, Friday to Sunday night or something, I'm telling you, it's worth it. Unpack your bags, act like you're an Airbnb, do your normal stuff, and just watch the house do its thing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
And somebody just made that comment, Nick, about this house is for seasoned investigators. They just said that on one of my reviews, and they really nailed it. Just like you did. Yeah, but and they sit there and they said when you're just ignoring the house, that house will let you know it's still there. It's there, and they want to talk. Like if you just start ignoring them, they'll let you know.
100%.
And if you're a medium, I'm gonna put a warning out there for all gifted. All right, stop messing with the internet. I'm like pulling out my stern mom voice, like back off. You're gonna go in timeout. But if you are gifted,
if you have gifts, it's gonna want to talk to you.
They like to touch. As soon as I walked in the door, like Rick was walking us, showing us around, and like him and I at one point were walking through. I can't remember where we were. If we were in this, I know it happened in the store, but like definitely in the house. Like it was just touch, like they kept tapping the top of my head, and then like they'd grab my arm or grab at my hands. They'd be grabbing at my legs. Like it was constant, like grabbing, like, oh my gosh, you can talk, you can hear us, like I need you. It was like everybody at once just wanted to say hi. So be prepared. If you are gifted, be prepared to get touched a lot.
And guys, if you've been there to the Ross house, please help share the word. Help Cindy out. Share the Ross house page. Share your experience.
Yeah.
Help her get the word out. It's just going to help her in the long run. We would appreciate it. And Cindy, thank you so much again for taking time out to come on. I apologize. Again, this is literally the first time in 126 episodes we've ever had this issue. It's interesting that it's happened tonight with our experience at the beautiful Ross house. Guys, check it out. Again, Cindy, thank you so much. You are a rock star. We will see you at MadCon in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll see you guys then. And thank you very much.
Well, and I'll drop this you guys know that we do remotely paranormal. And remotely paranormal is slated to be at the Ross house in, what did we say, September or October?
I don't know.
I know it's going to be here shortly. Or was it November? I can't remember. I got to look at the calendar. I know we wrote down one of the months, but so you guys are going to see remotely paranormal coming at you from the Ross house. And if Nick stays back to host and doesn't come to be on location with me and host and then investigate live with me later, I won't lie, I'm probably going to sleep on the damn couch. I don't know if I want to be up that big.
One more thing, another cool thing about the Ross house, she has 2 bathrooms. Yeah. And the downstairs one has a shower. So you can clean. You can shit, shower, and shave comfortably with
shit,
the go.
Shower and shave. I like that. The 3 S's.
And then we'll watch you.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Some people are voyeurs.
It's clean.
Like
the beds are, the sheets are clean.
Sheets are clean.
The sheets are very clean. Yes, she makes sure everything's clean, which is very appreciative because there's a lot of locations you go into and you're just like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I even told Cindy, like, we're now in the habit with all the traveling we've done. We automatically, it's no offense to the owner, but it's just habit now. We always bring our own bedding. I can say for the Ross house, you don't have to worry about that unless you've got too many people and there's not enough beds, but everything there is clean.
Yeah, try.
Well, Cindy, have a wonderful evening. Drink a Bud Light for me.
Yes. And me.
I will.
So I have to.
All right. Bye, guys.
We'll see you. We'll see you soon.
All right. See you in a couple weeks.
Love you, Mama.
Okay. Bye-bye. Love you.
All right, guys. Until next time, we'll see you on another wonderful episode of the Old World Paranormal Podcast. We'll see you next week. YouTube, what is up? Holy crap. What happened tonight? I cannot explain. You know, we've had paranormal activity live on the show before on a couple episodes, but nothing like this. I've never had internet issues. It's not storming here. We had to switch to a jetpack, which is a totally different provider. Yes, I paid my bill. So
And we don't have anything else running, cooling off of it right
and
now.
I can see on the YouTube we're still skipping and jumping. It's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But thank you guys. Before we hop off here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Help share this out so we can get more people interactive on Tuesday nights on the Old World Paranormal Podcast here on the YouTube channel. Again, excuse me. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Make sure you head over to Amazon, pick up a copy of my book, A Paranormal Legacy and the Ugly Truth. And if you're interested in a reading, hit up Bree for her angelic
Wings
readings.
readings.
A lot of people have been blown away by what she said. I got to deal with it every day, so it's normal for me.
I actually got a message today from somebody, and every time something gets validated from her reading, she's sending me a message, and she sent me another message today, and she's like, holy shit, you nailed it.
A lot of exciting things coming up, guys. We'll be at MadCon September 21st. A lot of interesting characters will be there. If you want to come out, come see us. We'll be there all day, hanging out. You can, I don't know, stop by and say hi, give a hug, high five, whatever you want to do.
Selfies.
Selfies.
I'm the selfie queen.
So, yeah, guys, it's been an interesting week so far. I'm gonna keep it at that since we have no good signal.
We are jerking all over the place, and not in a fun or good way.
Right. So, till next week, guys. We appreciate you.